I mean, to be fair, they're probably just concerned young people angry about what's going on in Iran right now, right? You got young people who have decided that betting on prediction markets is a good way to strike it rich. We got consumer sentiment that is so low that it's going to nearly guarantee that people won't be coming to Vegas or doing much of anything. And if you have any plans to retire and have a 401k, you need to know that we might be entering a bear market. All this and the Vegas Psyop coming up in this video. I'm Stephen J. Campbell. This is where we started off as just a Vegas channel, and now we teach you a little bit about everything. So first and foremost, Bloomberg is going to tell us that the U.S. economy lost some momentum and inflation held firm ahead of the war. Now, this doesn't even account for what's happening right now. A key takeaway here is that the consumer spending barely rose in January at all. It went up 0.1%. We had a really strange news report today. Personal income month over month was down, but personal spending month over month was up. I'm no economist, but that tells me you're living on your credit card. Are any of you living on credit cards? Just reported today, folks, mortgage rates are now at 7-month highs. So this war that we're going into in Iran, it is absolutely causing mortgage rates to go up. So step one, we have a war. This happens. This causes people who invest money into things like stocks and bonds and oil. These are the investors. And what they do is they sell their investments in all those different things, and they got to put their money somewhere, right? So what do? They go to Uncle Sam, who offers bonds. You say, I'm going to lend my money to the government. They'll pay me back in 10 years at a certain rate. Then the bond market goes up, and then everything that you have, all of your interest rates, they go up too. This is your mortgage. This is your car loan. This is your credit card interest rates. And it's just a never-ending cycle. Speaking of erasing stuff, Wall Street erased $1 trillion today off the markets. Ouch, that doesn't look very nice. In a few minutes, I want to tell you guys, if you're thinking of trading these are the futures markets, why this yellow line has just become your best friend in the world. You could have made about $4 grand in the better part of an hour today. And then for a lot of you guys, this is the last thing you need. Iran oil and unemployment could kick off a bear market. Odds are rising for a full-blown bear market soon. None of this matters because you know why? You're probably not going to get involved in all this. Oh, maybe you will. Rising unemployment, increased 401k hardship withdrawals, and tech sector layoffs are signaling mounting recession risks and market vulnerabilities. Because here's what it comes down to. It's consumer sentiment. Consumer sentiment slightly dips, but beats expectations. Yes, because if we polish turds, they are polished turds. Oh, and in other news, if you're one of my Canadian brethren, I am so sorry. You all lost 80,000 jobs. How you doing, Canada? 6.7% unemployment. It just keeps going up. I mean, look, previous was 6.5. They thought it was 6.6. It ended up being 6.7. That's okay, everybody. Vegas is going to have big events this year. And oh no, WWE has dropped prices for WrestleMania 42 tickets from the previous cheapest standard being $254 to $177. Oh my gosh. This is one of the big events. This is going to save the city. Look, when consumer sentiment is down, it doesn't matter. People aren't spending their money. It's about the gas prices. Let me show you. I calculated this. You're not going to like this very much. Every 10-cent increase at the pump we're paying right now costs Americans $1.1 billion every month. 1.1 billion. But if it's 25 cents, it's 2.8 billion. And if it's 50 cents, it's 5.6. And at $1, it's 11.2 billion, 134 billion annually. That's okay because people are taking to betting and prediction markets. They're gambling on Kalshi. They're gambling on all of these poly markets and things, and DraftKings. My goodness. The survey points out that a percentage of Americans who feel financially behind and believe high-risk speculative investments will help them reach financial goals. In a minute, I want to examine this, though, the WWE and the current state of Vegas, and talk about the Vegas Psyop. But all of this talk about prediction markets in a real way where you could actually learn a skill has got me thinking about a segue to our sponsor. We may be entering into a bear market. These markets, they very well could be crashing for a long time. And if you have neighbors, you have friends, you have family, people that put their life into their 401k, you might hear them say that they're suffering massive losses, but you might be able to profit. Because check this out. Earlier in the video, I told you about this yellow line. Well, what happens if the bars go below that yellow line? This is called shorting the market in futures. And look at how it works. Stupid simple. If the red bar passes over the yellow line and you click a button, you're looking at $255. You stay in it a little bit and it drops some more, you're looking at $420. And if you stay in it even longer, you now have $890. This is the dead simple stuff that I teach in my course 1K a day. I got over 1,000 students now who are taking 15 minutes a day, sometimes even less, to study and implement what I'm showing you. And for the record, to all my Canadians who are looking at the unemployment, yes, this works in Canada, England, Australia, pretty much worldwide. So if you guys want to be one of those people who learns a skill, potentially pays a bill or two, who knows, maybe end up paying your rent with this, then I want you to be one of the first 5 people watching this video who click the link in the pinned comment down below. And if you're one of the first 5, you're going to get my founding members price. You're going to get 1K a day, all of it for a lifetime for just $199. Look, you can't buy NFL Sunday ticket for less than $240, but you got to do it before I increase the price to $299 tomorrow. And so I know it's worth every penny that you'll pay for it. And I know that you'll get the same benefits as all my other students. So let's dig into the Vegas Psyop. I told you guys I would make this video couple of days ago if I got people to respond in the chats, and you did, and I am delivering to you. If you're watching this video right now, I want you to put the word bottle into the chat. No reason, it's just easy to type on a keyboard. It helps the channel grow to get chats in there, and subscribe while you're at it. If you don't subscribe, you don't get to learn anything. Only subscribe if you're 1% smarter than when you came in the door and you learned something new. Made this post on my X account. You'll find my X account linked below. The coupon code in the first pinned comment. This is the Psyop. Vegas is not dead. Here is a video. And the idea here, and I don't know with this account, I don't know, maybe he watches my channel. I don't want to be, I'm not rude to this person. I don't like to be rude to people, but this is an account named Jedi Rich. The whole sole purpose of this account is to post some Vegas updates, like we have the Caesar's Palace sign that's being built right here. That's very chill, very cool. But it's to post things like Planet Hollywood, Las Vegas, 9 p.m. on a Thursday. Vegas isn't dead because we have people at card tables. Post pictures and say that Vegas is completely slammed all the time. And it's a good account. You should follow him. Go look up Jedi Rich. But driving down the strip, and I'm going to slow this video down, and getting a relatively empty sidewalk until we hit where people have to wait for the traffic pedestrian lights doesn't show you that Vegas is busy by any counts. So what is a Psyop exactly? Why do we have to talk about this? Because this is not a busy sidewalk. This is just a common standard Thursday night. If anything, this is not busy for a Thursday night in Vegas, if we're being totally honest with ourselves. This photo in front of the Planet Hollywood with cars only lined up 3 or 4 deep is not a busy photo in Vegas. So a Psyop is where you see something with your own eyes, you have an opinion formed in your head, but all of a sudden from many different attack vectors, you have the exact opposite message being forced upon you. It's almost like somebody is being paid to manipulate you and convince you that something you believe to be true is not the truth. We also find this all over YouTube. Vegas is not dead. Here's the full truth. It's Wednesday night and it's 11 o'clock. However, for some of us Vegas veterans, we remember when we used to stand on these sidewalks and they were 10 people deep. This is not a big crowd at the Bellagio. These are just standard crowds. And I only really want to uphold some good values here. So I'm going to recuse myself from speaking directly about particular creators because there's no reason for me to say names. But here's what I want you to realize, okay? When you see the same creator over and over again, who is going out there and who is making these videos constantly, and at the same time, they're working in hotels with hotels, I want you to have a very critical mind and do some deep thinking on why it is that somebody who is constantly getting access to hotels, seems to never have a problem with the bankroll to gamble, has access to the most premium experiences, and is a social media influencer, would be telling you that Vegas is just great. Come here, it's still a good value. There's nothing broken or wrong with the system. There is a good chance that that person has a vested financial interest in you coming to the city and enjoying the things that they are promoting to you. One more thing I'll show you, and I don't think anybody will show you this, is that when you upload a video as a YouTube creator, there's a box right here that you are supposed to check if you are working directly with a brand, a company, a casino, or anybody else. It's called paid promotion. And if you accept anything of value from a third party to make your video, you must let us know. We'll show it to viewers as a message that tells them your video contains paid promotion. Checking this box will make a little message fly out at the very start of your video that says this was made with paid promotion. And it's really important for you to understand that this is the only way that you can have legitimacy and know that you're seeing something genuine and true. For example, the Federal Trade Commission, who made this law, it's not a YouTube thing. They have an entire document out here. The guidelines simply state if there's a connection between an endorser and the marketer that a significant minority wouldn't expect, and it would affect how they evaluate the endorsement, the connection should be clearly disclosed and conspicuous. And then there's the camera trickery. And this is something that always gets me. I once watched a creator who does predominantly live streams create a short. He went to the back of the Bellagio where the O Theater is, stood outside and watched 2,500 people exit through the only door they could exit from, put up a YouTube short and said, "Everybody's crazy. Vegas is as busy as usual." Certainly, going to a show that's sold out on a Friday night where 2,500 people have to walk down the same narrow little pathway to exit the theater will show you a busy crowd. I feel like I'm giving a lot of what I do away, but I would rather empower you with information. Heck, maybe you're going to buy my course and you're going to learn to trade. I'm empowering you with information there. That can make you significant possible money, but this is just for you to know what's real and what's not. The first thing you want to do is head up the LVCVA website, lvcva.com, and simply click on the research tab. You're going to scroll down a little bit and look for the tourism tracker. This is where we all get all of our stats, and red arrows mean that things are getting worse month to month, year over year, because when you really think about it, and I want you guys to use your critical thinking skills, even with the things that I tell you, the people at the LVCVA, they have a vested interest in you believing that Vegas is doing better than ever. They're the ones who are paid to promote the city. They're the ones who find it easier to bring marquee events into town, like the Super Bowl, the F1, which we all hate, but the LVCVA loves because it generates tax dollars. Nobody wants to come to a dying city, so the one group that would have a vested interest in lying to us, that would be this group here that makes this report here. And this report right here has showed negative news for the past 14 months. And if that's the key takeaway we do from the video, it's important for us to note. Always be critical of what you're watching. Always question what you're seeing. Question the official narrative. We come from a place where we used to question narratives all the time. It's led to great breakthroughs in science, great breakthroughs in technology. Heck, if we didn't question the narrative, the Wright brothers would have been told by their father that their quest to attain flying machines was blasphemy. God would never approve of it. And we wouldn't be able to travel like we do in the modern day. So the next time your friend tells you that everything is great or that everything is awful, just go and get the news yourself. If you want to learn a way that you can capitalize on this in a way that might change your life forever, heck, this will make you a better person. Not only can this make you some money, but you will learn so much about yourself trading these markets. Find my link below, be one of the first 5 that clicks in and gets the founding member's price, or just go read some opinions that don't make sense to you and then research them. Because you might just find that there's a whole other set of information and data that could change your life forever. Right now, there's another set of videos next to my head. You should click them if you really like this one. If you're 1% smarter, you should subscribe to the channel. My name is Stephen J. Campbell. I do videos Monday through Fridays. I'm here to entertain, enlighten, and teach you, and hopefully have you say those 7 magic words. I never thought of it that way. Until we meet the next time, be good out there, have a blessed weekend, and just keep swimming.